Hey guys, to say I am obsessed and in love with the new app Clubhouse is a bit of an understatement. Last week, I made the commitment to look into Clubhouse. And after a couple of days, I was like, I don't get it. I don't like it. I'm not doing it. But then it all clicked when I had my friend Jay message me and say, hey, do you want to host a room together? Like we did when we did offline meetups. And all of a sudden, it clicked for me. So this is a video about my first week on Clubhouse and how all it took was hosting one room for 1 hour earlier this week that completely changed my mind about the potential for Clubhouse and why you should be on it and how you can use it for your e-commerce brand. So hey guys, if you are new to my channel, I'm Khierstyn and we talk about all things Kickstarter, e-commerce, and building a brand online in the physical product space. So if you're not subscribed yet, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button so that you get notified when we release new content, which is every single week. So first question is, okay, what exactly is Clubhouse? So if you've been on social media at all in the last couple of weeks, you have heard this new buzzword thrown around called Clubhouse. So Clubhouse, before we get into how I've been using it and then how you can use it, Clubhouse is an audio-only exclusive app. So what that means by audio only is that when you enter Clubhouse, there are different rooms happening with different conversation topics, and it's audio only. The audio is not recorded, so these are like super high value conversations that happen in real time, and there's no recording of it unless if someone is literally documenting the meeting notes and then posting them on a website. Okay, so Clubhouse is super cool. It kind of feels like if you're listening to a podcast, but you can actually raise your hand and then jump onto the podcast as well. You can raise your hand, become a speaker, and ask people questions, get more insight, or even comment on whatever the speakers are talking about with audio. Super cool. And I think what Clubhouse is not, it's so in its infancy right now because it's literally about 6-7 months old. But why it's really blowing up right now is because they are an invite-only platform. So what that means is that if you go to Clubhouse right now to, I think, joinclubhouse.com. I'll be sure to put a link to that in the description, but you right now are able to secure your username, but you can't actually get onto the platform until one of your friends who may be on the platform nominates you to come on and kind of vouches for you to say, okay, yeah, this is a good person, let's bring them on. And then when you actually get to join Clubhouse, each person right now gets one invitation to invite one of their friends on. So the app right now is difficult to get onto if you don't know someone who is actively on Clubhouse. So that's what's making it really cool because of that scarcity effect. But when we get onto Clubhouse, so I was super resistant to it at first because running a business, I know you watching this, you may be a parent right now, you may have a full-time job and be doing your side hustle, and it just seems like there's not enough time in the day. So why then, what changed for Clubhouse to go from a time suck, like a refusal to get on the platform, to me literally digging in this week and hosting 4 rooms. So, and talking about it and preaching about it. So Clubhouse for me, I like social media that directly funnels into my business. So if I can see that it's going to help me with a goal, and so for you, that goal is building your audience, building awareness, getting closer to your customers, and even just being where the conversation is, there isn't a better place that's more relevant for you. The very first room I hosted was talk about e-commerce and just Amazon product launches. And for about an hour and 15 minutes, it was me and a friend and I that were hosting this room. But within 15 minutes, we had over 25 people in the room, and we had 7, 8-figure sellers coming in, adding words of wisdom, coaching other people in the room, and it was like a value bomb had just been really put in this 160-minute segment. And what's just incredible about it is that usually this kind of talent or these kind of conversations only happen at exclusive conferences. So the whole idea is that you're really like, if you've ever been to a conference before, there's the conference session where you're listening to a speaker, but then the real value happens with the networking after. And that's exactly what Clubhouse has been able to recreate on a global scene, where there's no barrier to entry other than your ability to get into certain rooms and get on the app itself. So from a educational standpoint and being able to network with high worth, high value individuals in multiple niches, unparalleled to anything I have seen online. So how then, if you're in the e-commerce space, because you may be thinking, okay, Khierstyn, well, you're a consultant, so you provide value by making videos like this, but how can I get into this as a brand owner or someone who's just starting with a product? Well, let's go back to what you're innately doing by building a brand. You building a brand online versus just selling a knockoff product on Amazon is so different. And it's different because the difference in building a brand is that you're fostering a customer relationship. You are creating products designed to make someone's life better. And that means that innately you have to be in a value add mindset. So when you look at, even just as a brand, creating content, like, you know, putting out YouTube videos, creating how-to guides, blogs, etc., it's all, or like even posting on social media, like it's all in the context of like, how can we put out helpful, valuable content that our customers will love and keep them as loyal, lifelong fans, right? That keep coming back and buying your stuff. A great example of this, without derailing this whole Clubhouse conversation, is like, if you have a fitness brand, what do your customers want? They want a better, healthier lifestyle. So what kind of content can you put out? What kind of products can you put out that actually help them with that? It could be a fitness guide. It could be how to use resistance bands to gain more flexibility. There's different things you could do. So how is this relevant to Clubhouse? Well, Clubhouse is a value-added platform. So when you're just getting started on it, before you jump into a room, I recommend, or before you jump into like hosting a room, I recommend you be a listener and be like a student to it. So first thing you want to do is you want to look at the kind of product you have. You want to look at the type of customer you serve. Is your product in the health and fitness space? Is it a journal that helps people with well-being? Take a look at who your customer group is, and then when you get onto Clubhouse, you want to use the search feature to type in keywords that your niche is looking for. It could be health and fitness conversation. It could be getting closer to God. It could be whatever the thing is that you help your customers do through your products. You want to get onto Clubhouse and use that search feature to find rooms. And then you want to get into those rooms, get into those clubs, okay? And when it comes to that, just be a listener. And what you're going to discover is that Clubhouse, at its very basic level for you, is a gold mine of information to get to understand your customer, your pain points. You can get into rooms where you are able to pitch your product to get feedback from investors. You're able to get feedback from your target market to see if it's something people want. You're able to understand more deeply and get on the stage with your customers you are trying to go after. So Clubhouse is an absolute goldmine for a few different reasons, but the main one should be market research when you're just getting started. And then when you're getting more familiar with the platform, or if you're even an established brand right now that you're putting out content, then you should start to host your own rooms, okay? You should start to host your own rooms, host your own conversations as a value add relationship builder with your customers. With Clubhouse, how it filters back, Clubhouse, what I'm understanding it as of right now, is a funnel. So when you are talking or when you're in a room, you will be able to just click on people's profiles, and the profile is going to be set up where it's really funneling people to what they do and how to get in contact. So when you have a profile that says, hey, I'm the founder of XYZ brand, we help people do this, go to this website for an exclusive like 20% off your product, or you have a way to like funnel people back when you get into hosting your own club, which is an ongoing thing that you essentially get once you host about 3 rooms right now is the rule. So as when you host 3 rooms, or you co-host, moderate 3 rooms, which are more of a one-off event, then you get to secure a club. And a club is like a weekly hangout that you can do with your audience as a way of building the brand. But I think for right now, Clubhouse top marketers online are scratching their heads trying to figure out exactly how to monetize or how to make the best use out of Clubhouse. So what I'm looking to do, because I'm a podcaster and because I do YouTube videos, it is like, for me, it's one of the best ways to just continue that conversation from an e-commerce standpoint, and just have a conversation with you guys and use it as a stage for our community as well. So I'm committed, and this is the first of hopefully several videos that we're going to do on how to use Clubhouse to build your brand and act as an additional traffic source, and even network with top influencers, investors, and the knowledge that is out there. And so if you are interested in more Clubhouse chats that we do, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of this one. And if you want to, if you have a specific question about Clubhouse, drop it below, and we will do our best to feature that in an upcoming video as I document this little experiment of me jumping into Clubhouse and seeing how to best use that for brands. And anyway, talk to you guys soon. By the way, my club handle is @Khierstyn, so be sure to follow me if you are already on Clubhouse, and follow events, and maybe we'll actually be able to talk to each other like one-on-one or whatnot. But apart from that, thanks for watching this video. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Again, be sure to hit subscribe if you have not done so already. We post regular content about this. And guys, I get my content ideas from you, or my random inspirations in the shower. So I would rather them come from you. So if you have a question, topic that you want to see covered on a future video, be sure to drop it below. Apart from that, talk to you soon. Bye.